Well, I hope you guys like that introduction. This is a channel update video. There'll be a few shout outs, and I can't shout out to everyone that has left me good comments. I can put links to their pages at the bottom of the video though, and I'm also going to put some links to YouTubers who don't have many subscriptions who I think deserve more. There's quite a few of you guys that I follow your videos, and some of you are starting to make really good videos. Others are making very professional videos and they have very few subscribers, and I just don't know why. So I'll put some links down there. Not that I have that many subscribers, but I think there are channels that some of you would find interesting. Like one guy's building a studio scale of the Enterprise E with lighting. He doesn't really describe much what he's doing on lighting, but he does detail what he's doing while he's building that model. Speaking of shout outs, I want to say a big 10 hut to General Splatton. Thank you for all the comments you've given me. You've given me a lot of encouragement. I entered your video contest because you encouraged me to, basically. You are getting me the idea that I need to get some figures, get some figure paints, and learn how to brush paint a little bit better than I do. That is going to be a skill I need because I've got some models in my stash that have figures with them. We're not talking, like 1/72 aircrafts. We're talking like 1/8 scale models. I've got a model of Robbie the Robot I plan to do full lighting on, and I've got a figure of Altera to stand next to him. I can't just paint that one unless I know what I'm doing figure painting, so I need to get some figures and just give it some tries. Give it a try. Speaking of which, these videos don't have scripts. I never script my videos. This is just me talking to the camera, talking to you guys. Okay, so because of this, I end up doing a few takes here and there when I mess up my train of thought. But for the most part, no scripts. I did make a small script for this one because we're on like take 15 for this thing. Alright, speaking of which, comments. General Splatton's left me a lot of encouraging comments. A lot of you have left me comments in the past. Please continue to do so. I know sometimes I come back with the tone that I know better than you, but that's just YouTube. I've got like 300 characters to type a response in. It doesn't leave me much room. I also know in the past I've seemed kind of inflexible in what I'm doing. Part of that was because this was the beginning of the model builds and I'm experimenting. Okay? The space shuttle was trying a new type paint using my old tape method. 747, I've listened to some of the comments, went out and got me some of this stuff. Some of you know what this is. This is Tamiya's masking tape. And so far I like it better than my old method. I don't know if it's going to produce better results, however. A lot of my problems on the space shuttle was the tape I was using. It wasn't the paint. The Tamiya paint's better than the old paint I was using, hands down. Right now I can say that. See, I've already gained knowledge out of these model builds, and some of you are gaining some of the same knowledge. That, different paints work differently. Okay? So if you've got comments, leave them. Another comment I'm listening to, more than one of you suggested I do the camo scheme on the Corsair using blue tack. Or someone else, I think it was Chancellor, I'm not sure if the name of that, he was using white tack on a helicopter build. I'll put the link of that build down at the bottom of this. I'm going to use Play-Doh. Play-Doh's cheap, I can get it anywhere. So what if I end up throwing it away after the paint's done on it? I don't think that'll be the case, but I'm going to try Play-Doh. Let's see what happens. This is experimental time. I'm going to use Tamiya paints. One thing I learned on the Space Shuttle build, alcohol takes them right back off. You're going to see that in part of the Corsair build. I stripped some paint off the Corsair so that I could do some interior work up on it. So you get to see that in a little bit. This is what happens when you don't have a script. You get brain farts. Or you're brainstorming just along, then it becomes partly cloudy, scattered showers. Not real good. Here's what I was about to say next. I want to stop and let another person give me a shout out for me.
Hey Chung, aka Dream Night.
Dream Night, I hope you love that. That one was all for you, mainly because you put a video up once of some of the girls you work with, and you had one of them say hello. Well, I got her to say hello to you for me. That's just for you. Okay, hope you enjoyed that one. Now, this is a channel update. It's not supposed to be me rambling in front of the camera, so I'm going to try to keep it short. We're going to talk about the build time on my models. I'm not the fastest model builder. By now you guys should know that. My videos are detailing most of my build. I'm just not showing exactly what I do, but I do describe what I do. The Corsair model build is being done in somewhat real time. As soon as I have enough footage for the Corsair, it goes up on YouTube. The Space Shuttle 747 is not. Okay? When a lot of you signed up to my channel, the subscribers, I was in the middle of a month-long vacation. I was working every day 2 or 3 hours on these models and putting up 2 or 3 videos a week. Work started back up. I own a small business with 20 employees. It's basically a small school. We do tutoring for college students. I teach math, physics, statistics, and some economics. Some of the other people who work for me teach accounting, finance, biology, chemistry, biochem, genetics, all sorts of stuff. Okay? I've got some really smart people to work for me, but I've also got some people that need to be managed. So I have to spend a lot of time at work. My little school will have anywhere from 300 to 1,000 students a week pass through its doors. Okay, you got that right. I got a tutoring service with 1,000 students a week coming through the doors. You can imagine, that keeps me incredibly busy. I'm going to put some footage of that at the end of this video so you guys can see a little bit of what I do. I'm not going to actually put any video of me myself teaching. We tried that. The students were petrified of the camera and they just kind of sat there. And it's not going to be fun to watch. It's going to be kind of boring. So I'm not going to put that up. But anyhow, work is slowing me down on the video builds. I mean, on the model building. Because there are weeks when I just can't build models because I am working 75, 80 hours a week. Then there's other weeks where I'm working 6 hours a day. It just varies on when test times are. Okay? So what happened is I filmed up a whole bunch of video for the 747 Space Shuttle. It's in the can right now, and I'm only putting it up once a week to guarantee that I have once a week video on YouTube. I don't want to go below once a week video. Sometimes I'll put 2 up in a week, and that's probably going to have the Corsair or something else built. Okay? Speaking of something else, I have been working on the NX, just very, very slowly. I've got about 6 minutes of video done with it. As soon as I get 10 or more, I'll post it. Been working on the seam fillings. The 747 has taught me wonderful things about the seam filling. Speaking of which, I'm going to do a final video on that when it's done, detailing everything I've learned and everything I tried. Okay? Speaking of that, let's talk about future videos. Alright? I'm going to do a small video series on weathering. I'm not an expert at weathering. I've never tried pigments before. I've ordered some pigments from Elm City Hobbies. Some of you know who that is. And I'm going to try them on a model, but that's going to be in the future. After I'm done with Space Shuttle 747, I'm going to go out and buy some sheet styrene. And I'm going to try different kinds of paint and different kinds of weathering techniques, like the hairspray technique, the salt technique, and a couple others. We're going to see if enamel on enamel or acrylic on enamel makes a difference with those kind of techniques. Because I bet some of you'd like to know that. I'm going to talk about weathering with oil paints with the Space Shuttle coming up in a little bit. I'm comfortable doing that because I've done it before. I did it on the Viper build. Okay, I like weathering with oil paints. Mainly because if you screw up, you got 5 days to fix it. Because it takes 4 or 5 days for oil paints to cure. So it's real forgiving when you make mistakes. Okay? Now, after the weathering techniques, I'm going to get back to the NX, and I'm probably going to pull my Martian War Machine out of the closet and finish it up. It's about halfway done. I stalled out on lighting it, and I've built 3 or 4 lit models since then, so I'm not going to be stalled out on the Martian War Machine. I'm going to build a diorama of it. I've got a small little Martian to go next to the Martian War Machine. This is from the 1950s movie. And from there, we'll see what I do. I've heard that there's a contest coming up on Scale Model Addict. I will enter that contest with something. I will probably drop these builds to work on that contest. Because the contests allow me to learn things because I have to build hard and fast. And allows me to expand my techniques. I learned a lot in the contest last year. So I think I've rambled enough now. We've got an idea what's going on with the channel. I'm going to put a lot of channel links down at the bottom of this video for people who don't have enough subscribers, in my opinion, who are putting up quality builds. And a couple of them I'm just putting up there because I like their videos. I will be honest on that one, okay? So this is my channel update. I hope you enjoy the short clips at the end of this. If I think there's enough time, I'm going to put some Stout Irish Rock. If not, I promised some friends I would put that up anyhow. So that video will go up tomorrow or Friday, just because my friends want to see how the video came out. It was in a dark bar. And the members of the band will get to see the video too. They knew I was taping it. You'll be able to tell by looking at the video, because the lead singer is going to look straight at the camera through half the video. He was very well aware I was taping it. So I don't think they're going to mind if I put it up on YouTube. They have other videos on YouTube. And I'll drop them a message. If they mind, I'll pull it down. So when it gets up, watch it quick. Alright guys, have a good one. And thank you for being my subscribers. And please comment. I'm serious. I do listen to the comments. Okay? Even if I come across a little strange with them at times. I do listen. I will respond to all comments, even if it's with just a thank you. So have a good evening, and thank you. Thank you for making my channel possible. Without you, I'm talking to thin air. Kind of like I am right now.
It's a Singles Awareness Day, and they didn't spell it correctly, so I corrected them.
Gotcha.
What are you doing right now?
I need to talk to you real quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's up?
Hey, did you
Why?
have questions for me yesterday?
Yeah. You want them out this Thursday?
Yeah.
So I need to make that flyer right now. Yeah.
Well, the test is Thursday, so maybe do it next Tuesday.
No, that's for my 7 o'clock class. Smile and say hi, Diana. Thank you.
She's all dressed up today. You might want to
I know.
film her.
That's why we got her on. That's why we got her on the camera.
Okay, so are you putting 300 in these stocks?
All right.
Well,
I'm gonna go teach my class. I'm late. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, wasn't really that bad take the derivatives of the E? This is like that. It's not bad. I called E the stalker rule, right? Well, Tomo finally got his favorite toy back. So I thought I'd videotape a little bit of this, because I know more than one of you YouTubers like to watch cat videos. I'll probably just stick this on the end of one of the videos that's, well, not quite long enough. Enjoy.